Alright, Captain Adam here. You guys asked me to explain sliders and stackers. So on a downrigger, you set your main bait to the to the cannonball, then I'm going to let it down. Now if I'm doing a slider, I'll let it down 20 feet, whatever it's going to be, about half the distance. And then, so think that this is my downrigger. This is coming from my downrigger rod. And then I'm going to have, I got a diet soda here, SS from Dreamweaver. I got that on one end on a swivel, and then I'm just going to take the other end of the slider. So this is just about 60 inches of mono with a swivel on each side. I'm going to hook it around the main line, and I'm going to close it. Now what this is going to do, I'm going to let this down the rest of the way. What this second bait is going to do is you got to think the drag on that mono is going to create a bow in the line. So here's the cannonball, here's the rod, and there's a bow here. This slider is going to ride about in the middle of the boat. So about halfway down. So if I ran this down 60 feet, I would think that this bait is going to fish at about 30 feet. But pre-slid, so that if I bring it up to 40 feet to make an adjustment with the cannonball, now I think this is going to be right around 20 feet. So now if I wanted to fix the slider, or we call it stacking, we're going to let our main line down. I'm going to let it down 10 feet. I'm going to hook this on, rubber band. This is a number 9. I don't remember. I'll put a link in the description. Well, you can buy these at Cabin Chuck's too. You can use really any rubber band. And then I'm going to hook through the rubber band and through the main line. What this is going to do is now I'm going to lower my cannonball down to say 50 feet. Now this is stacked 10 feet above. So this will be fishing about 40 feet. So if the thermal's at 60 feet and you want to have a bait in the thermal and above the thermal or just below and in the thermal, you can use stacker to accomplish this. And we will adjust the length where the stacker is to the cannonball to get this second bait in the depth column that we want. So anyways, this is how we rig up our slider or our stacker up here in Ludington, Michigan.